Then this is criminal.
Yes,
what
I
you've
understand.
Done? This is a crime.
She's gonna take everything.
Hello, they're swingers.
Who gives? I am going to open up the DNA test.
Why?
Say hi to your mother. I know what I look like.
Wow.
And this is how I rule. Andres, you're the petitioner in this case.
Yes, Doctor.
And you're suing Michael.
Yes.
Could you please explain why you're suing him and what relief are you asking for?
Yeah, well, basically, he owes me 3 months of rent, and I would like for him to pay me the money that he owes me or to get out of my house.
You're the owner of the house.
Yes.
All right. How did he become your roommate?
Well, we met at a party, an electronic festival, and he was going through some problems financially, and he came up to me, asked for my help, and I was...
But you just met casually in a festival. So you said, yeah, sure, I have a big house. Come over and live with me.
Not exactly like that, but...
So tell me how it happened. I wasn't there.
Well,
and I'm here to decide whether he owes you or doesn't owe you money.
We connected. We had some feelings, you know, we connected. We had similar taste, psychologically, emotionally. We met at the music festival. He came up to me. He asked me that he needed my help. So I felt like I should give him a hand, and I did. And now I think and I feel that he's taking advantage of it. Am I right?
You connected. Did you connect in any like intimate level, in any romantic level?
No, just kind of like a bromance thing, right?
Bromance? Did you say bromance?
Yeah.
Like a brother, romantic brotherhood?
Yes.
Okay, so you said, okay, come over and live in my house, and I'm gonna charge you nothing for a certain amount of time?
No, I was charging him $600 a month, and then he started to tell me that he was having problems finding a job, coming up with the money.
So you said, wait, I'm gonna give you a hand. Come over, you're gonna stay in my house, I'll charge you $600, although you have financial problems. Do you know that? That sounds like dumb.
Yes,
How long has he lived in your house now?
for 3 months.
For 3 months?
Yes.
He already owes you $1,800.
No, he's been living in my house for 3 months, and he hasn't paid that part of the rent. So
The
now he-
$600
yes,
a
so-
month?
Yes. So now he wants me to let him live in my house without paying me. I want my money.
And you want him out.
Yes. If he doesn't pay, I want him out.
But if he pays, he can stay.
Yes.
Dr. Polo, that's not how it went down. That's not how it went down at all.
Maybe you can explain.
Yeah.
Maybe you can enlighten me
please.
because
Thank
I'm
you.
getting a little, you know.
Thank you. This man right here, well, first off, let me say, I love this guy. I love him. Great guy. When we met, we clicked immediately. We liked the same music. We went to all the same parties. It was great. I told him what my situation was. I needed a place to stay. You know, I was a little rough financially. I had a little bit of money put away, but I didn't have much. He let me come to his house. He told me, hey, if you have it, fine. If you don't, don't. So we were on that agreement. He knew what I was going through, and now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, it's a big problem. Where's my money?
Didn't you say you had a little money put away?
Yeah, but I mean, I need to eat. I need food. I need necessities.
How much money do you have put away?
I had like $350.
$350.
Yeah, that's money.
Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah,
Do you pay for your cell phone
yeah,
every month?
yes.
How much?
$50.
Oh, so you're 350 already is 300. Right?
You have a lot of things that you can't
Yeah,
pay
but
me.
hold on. But I also do some other stuff on the side. I'm a tutor. I tutor young kids that are in junior high and high school. So like after school, if they need help with tutoring, and they pay me $25 an hour. And sometimes I get
Okay,
work and sometimes
for
I
how
don't.
long did you think this agreement was going to last?
Well, he said it was okay. He said it was fine.
For how long?
I don't know. I mean, we were having a good thing going on, right?
Yes, we were
But
having a
what,
good thing.
What was the thing that you guys
We had
had?
a good thing. I mean,
But what was it that you were doing?
Me and this guy do everything together. We go to parties together. We listen
We
to
go to
music.
party,
we
we
go to
share
movies.
things. I mean, we...
And you have no money and you go to parties, and who pays for the drinks?
I do.
Well,
You pay for the drinks?
Yes, I do. Don't I?
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most
Okay,
of the time.
all right, perfect. So if this was your agreement and you thought it would be forever or for as long as you were getting along together, what was the problem now? Why did the thing break?
That's what I want to know. I
Yeah.
want to know what's the problem. All of a sudden, what's going on?
Yeah, I
that
want to
you're-
know what's the problem.
Yeah, me too. I want to know what the problem is too. I want to know what the problem is.
I told
I-
you
you
I
know.
want my money. after I agreed to help you. And now you're not paying me. So I brought Catherine. I live with my girlfriend also in my house.
Oh, so your girlfriend also lives with you?
Yes.
Does she pay rent?
No, she doesn't.
Oh,
But that's different. Isn't it?
she sleeps in your room.
She sleeps with me, yes.
Let's bring Catherine.
Thank you.
Catherine! I am so
Hi.
happy you're here.
Me too.
I am so confused.
Me too.
Are you confused?
Maybe a little less than you, but you know.
Well, why'd you help me out? Because they've come to me for a decision. And I need to find out what's happening before I make one.
I get you. I mean, I don't even really know why I'm here. I don't see a problem with the situation. I mean, we're like happy together. We're like a big happy like rave family. We're about that culture. We're about that vibe, you know, like the vibe, like the connection.
You work, Catherine?
You know, I have a blog. You know, it's like
You work at a
fashion
home?
And you can say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. You're home. You write your blog. Yeah. So you stay at home all
Yeah,
day
I go
long.
out, yeah.
You don't have to dress up and put makeup.
No.
None of that. You gotta just write. Yeah. So you don't work really. I mean, you work at a home, and he doesn't work, right? So he stays at home a lot,
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he works.
He helps out around
Yes,
the house.
I do, doctor.
and you work.
Yes, I do.
So you're working, and they're staying at home.
Yes.
Oh. I guess I'm starting to
And
understand.
I like
the
to
problem.
know.
You know, I mean, I think any woman here would understand that this is the ultimate fantasy, two handsome men. You know, like it's all about love. Like
Are you sleeping with him?
I just thought that, you know, we
Are
it's
you
kinda
sleeping with him?
It's a warm up to the big, you know, the big event.
Are you sleeping with her?
What do you want to do now? This is your home. You know what's going on in your house. You're all adults. You know what's happening. So you want to turn this case into an eviction case? There are no doubts in this case. Apparently, your girlfriend would absolutely love to have a relation with the both of you.
Yeah.
And be all happy, the three of you together.
Dude, you know this was going on. You knew.
No, I did
Yes,
not.
you did.
No, I did not.
Dr. Polo, just the other day, we were watching a movie together, right?
Uh-huh, the three of you.
The three of us together.
Uh-huh, right.
And it's about two men and one woman that they have an intimate relationship together.
Right.
And he goes, wouldn't that be great for us to have that? You said it yourself.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy, man.
I'm living the
It's a
fantasy.
fantasy. That's my girlfriend.
Andrew. You know, when you live in a couple and you bring a third person into the house and you're not really clear about what it is, who this person is, how long is he going to be there. He's handsome with his cute little blue eyes. He's at home all day. Your girlfriend's at home all day. You're working. Put yourself in her shoes. Really, think about it. If it would have been the other way around. She brings in a cute woman into the house. You're unemployed or you're doing a blog. She's working out. You stay with her all day. Think about it. Temptation. Why bring temptation into your home? Why?
I don't know, doctor. I mean, you know I love you.
I
know
love
I
you
love
too,
you.
baby.
She
I love
loves you
him.
too.
Yes, but I feel
I
you
love the
betrayed me.
doctor.
I feel you betrayed me. If you didn't take me in consideration.
We all love
with
each
this.
other. This is a world full of love.
Yes.
Yeah, the vibe.
Yes.
What do you want to do now? This is your home. I'm going to get to the serious part of this case. You know what's going on in your house. You know what the intention is. All right? You're all adults. You know what's happening.
If they're doing it, I want them out of my house.
You want them out of your house, both
Yes.
of them?
Yes.
Yeah? So you want to turn this case into an eviction case?
Yes, I do.
You are the owner of the house.
Yes, I do. Yes, I am.
Do you recognize that he's the owner, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, if we're going to follow the law, the rule of the law, as it is, they should have been notified that this case could be turned into an eviction. Because people have the right, it's called due process. Due process. People have the right to know what they're being sued for. They thought he was being sued for rent. Now, all of a sudden, you're turning it into an eviction. You're sure about this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. This case is dismissed because it turned into something else. I think you should all go see a therapist because you're very confused. All of you. You really don't know what you want. You don't know if your fantasies are your realities and your realities are your fantasies. Whatever it is, you should go see a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a therapist, a psychic, anything that can help you decide what you really want and who you really are. I wish you good luck, and this is the way I roll. Why are you punishing yourself? What, you're really hurting yourself at the end. Why? You have to love yourself. If you're capable of loving this man the way you love him, why are you punishing yourself this way? Emanuel, you're suing your mother, Rosa.
I am. Unfortunately, I feel like I have no other choice.
Well, explain your demands to me. Tell me what it is that is bothering you with your mother, and what kind of relief do you want so that the conflict is better?
Number one, I feel that my mom does not live her own life. Her whole life is wrapped up in me and in my stepfather.
Why you? How old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
And who do you live with?
With her and with Jose, my stepdad.
Well, I can understand why she lives with her husband. That's her husband.
Ex-husband.
Oh, she divorced this person. And she's
16
living
years
with
ago?
him after the divorce. You need to explain these facts to me because these are interesting.
They divorced when I was in 7th grade, and they have maintained living together ever since that time, even though they divorced.
Why?
My ex-husband is 34 years old, my senior,
Okay.
and now he's in a position, not at the very beginning when we first got divorced, but now he's in a position where he's ill. His health is pretty
So wait
very
a minute. So
fragile.
at the time of the divorce, he was young enough that he could, help himself.
Play golf and
But
fly
why?
in
But did you started
airplanes.
living together immediately after the divorce?
2 years later.
2 years later, something happened that it made you ask him to come back and live with you?
Yes, we had a business. Our business was in default. So in order to cut our expenses, I asked him to come back into the home with us.
Okay, and I am going to assume that you all had a good relationship, good enough that you could talk to each other,
Very good.
right? All of that.
Yes.
And he accepted.
Yes,
Who owns the house?
I do.
Is it paid for?
No.
So you still have a mortgage
Yes.
of how much?
It's about 175 right now.
175,000. Okay, perfect. I can understand a bit the him part, the stepfather part. This is what I don't understand. Why are you living with your mother at 28?
She don't let me go. She don't let me go.
But who in the hell told you that she has to
When-
give you permission to leave?
When I was 18, and it's always an excuse. No, you can't leave because your grandfather's sick. No, you can't leave because your stepfather's sick.
okay, but
No,
wait.
we need you.
All
We
right.
need you
Our
at
parents
home.
tell us thousands of things that we cannot do. I need to understand why you just simply don't say, Mom, you know what? I want to make my own life. I want to take my own ways. I want to build my own home.
Because if I do it so harsh, she has no one else. I'm her only kid. No
What do you
brothers
mean
or
she has
sisters.
nobody else? Your mother is a young woman. She's attractive.
She doesn't see herself like that, doctor. That's part also why we're here.
What do you want me to do?
I want her to get a life of her own.
And you think that with my gavel I can ask her to go get a life?
Yes, because she watches your show and she listens to what you say, and you're an influence. You're an influence not just on her, but on other people. You are.
Don't you want your son to have a life and have a family and have... So why don't you ask him to leave?
I would never ask him to leave.
That's why I'm here.
What do you do in the house? Tell me. What's your role? Do you work?
I do work.
Do you
however,
contribute financially to
I
the
do,
expenses?
I do.
You do?
We all, put in together, and that I understand the financial reasons for keeping us together, but at the same time, I feel like we're all stuck. Like we're all stuck there. I can't leave because then they're out in the cold, and then they can't leave because then financially we can't.
But then maybe we need to reduce the size of the house so it's a cheaper house and you can afford it by yourself. And if you want to take on the care of your ex-husband, I mean, this is your choice. Some people just feel satisfied taking care of others. Nothing wrong with that. In my book, there's nothing wrong with that. But to keep your son attached in a situation that he's not comfortable, he feels that you're not happy. Are you happy?
I'm content.
Content is not happy. What would be wrong if he goes to an assisted living facility where he is going to get, first of all, the companionship, because there are going to be other people around. Has he ever told you that he doesn't want to do this?
I don't want to do it. I don't
But
want to
I'm
do
not
it.
asking about you, Rosa.
No, he doesn't
Apparently,
want to.
somebody has to tell you what you need. I'm starting to think that this is not only about gratitude, but maybe you feel guilty about something. What?
When I met him, I was pregnant of Emanuel.
Okay.
So he overlooked that, like, don't worry about it, you know. I'm here to take care of you and your son.
Okay.
And he did that.
I want to take a break. And when I come back, I want to hear what's the situation in the home. We'll be right back. What is he doing for you now? That you impose all these restrictions upon yourself?
No, he's not doing anything for me.
He divorced her because he wanted to let her go.
Okay, we're back. I am going to invite Marisa Martinez, who's a geriatric care expert. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be able to be of assistance in this delicate matter.
A pleasure having you.
Absolutely.
Here, I think that this would be Rosa's main concern. Rosa is definitely a compassionate woman. And gratitude, I think, is one of her main values in life. Am I right? Okay. What are her options?
Sure. If he is Medicaid eligible, there's something called the Long-Term Care Assistance Program. And that was developed years ago, essentially by the federal government, to save themselves money from institutionalizing people. It's a beautiful thing for the community because it saves the government money by having them send out people to your home, and that's called the Long-Term Care Program. And it's a happy medium. They get to age, what it's called age in place at home.
So those are wonderful suggestions, but we're going to do something a little more radical. Listen to me. Look at me. What is it, Rosa? Why are you punishing yourself? You're really hurting yourself at the end. Why? You have to love yourself. If you're capable of loving this man the way you love him and loving your son, you got to love yourself. But why is it that you're not loving yourself the way you should? Tell me. Why are you punishing yourself this way?
I think maybe it's just because I really appreciate him. I really, really
But you
do.
gave him a lot of beautiful years, and he knows this. What is he doing? What is he doing for you now? That you impose all these restrictions upon yourself?
No, he's not doing anything for me.
You're still beautiful, I have
But
to tell
he
you.
did.
It doesn't matter, he did, but you did too. Has he ever claimed anything from you? Has he ever said, no, because you didn't do this for me, or you didn't do that for, or was he a happy man in your relationship?
Very
Did you all have a happy time? Okay, that's it.
He divorced her because he wanted to let her go.
And there you am, trapping the poor man. Again, I know, you can laugh all you want, but that's what you're doing. And you're punishing yourself because you think that what you gave was not enough. You think that only he gave enough. My dear, you gave a lot. You gave your youth. You gave your desire. You gave him your body. You gave him a son that he loves. You gave him a life. It's time for you to have one. What are you afraid of?
I'm failing without him.
You are without him already. He's just filling up a space. He's not filling you up. He's just there in a space, and that's cruel too. It's cruel to you, And I think it's disrespectful to life.
Still gotta be a grandma.
So what do we? You're gonna take my decision, okay? It sounds simple, but you're gonna do it. Remind me so much of my aunt. I get you. I really do get you. I understand you. The first thing you're going to do, you're going to look for an option and you're going to place him. You're going to sit Jose down, and I will be more than happy to sit and talk to him as well. I don't think he's going to put up any resistance whatsoever. We're going to find him a nice place, and you're going to put him in there. You are going to take on your life. You are. Once Jose is placed in a home, you're leaving. If your mother wants to stay in that house and she wants to rent a couple of rooms to subsidize the rest of the mortgage payments, you are welcome to do that. But you know what I would do? I would sell that house, buy me a smaller apartment in the beach, close to the ocean, wake up early in the morning, take a brisk walk, go in the ocean, meditate, thank the life, and move on. But you know, I think that what you need is to breathe, to lift some of these responsibilities and simply live. You deserve it. You've earned it, and you deserve it. And you know, this is how I rule. You knew it.